Today, we're counting down where a $3,000 monthly rent budget lands across Seattle and its surrounding suburbs. And the number one pick genuinely changes the way this rent question feels. For this countdown, we're not just asking, can $3,000 get you a place? We're asking what that same monthly budget actually rents in different parts of the greater Seattle area, using the neighborhood rent benchmarks from HUD Fair Market Rents for fiscal year 2026. In some places, that budget is still competing with smaller units. In others, it moves into larger bedroom territory. So let's start at number 5 and work our way to the most surprising result. Number 5. Yarrow Point. Yarrow Point sits in King County as its own town, with a population of 1,134 at the 2020 census. For this topic, it lands at number 5 because $3,000 a month is actually below the median studio rent here, with the median studio at about $3,110 per month, per HUD Fair Market Rents for fiscal year 2026. That makes Yarrow Point a clear example of how location can change the meaning of a fixed rent budget. It also has a typical home value around $1,995,242, according to Zillow in 2026, which reinforces the premium residential context around this small town. Number 4. Crown Hill. Crown Hill brings us back into Seattle proper, and the red picture changes quickly. Here, $3,000 a month rents a 2-bedroom, with the median 2-bedroom rent at about $2,730 per month, per HUD Fair Market Rents for fiscal year 2026. Crown Hill also has a walk score of 77, according to Walk Score in 2026. So the neighborhood has a more connected day-to-day feel than some of the outer residential areas. With a typical home value around $1,011,447, according to Zillow in 2026, Crown Hill shows how a fixed rent budget can stretch further in bedroom count, while still staying inside Seattle. Number 3. First Hill. First Hill is one of Seattle's most central neighborhoods, named for the first hill encountered when traveling east from downtown Seattle toward Lake Washington. For a $3,000 monthly budget, First Hill also reaches the 2-bedroom mark, with the median 2-bedroom rent around $2,550 per month, per HUD Fair Market Rents for fiscal year 2026. Its walk score is 99, according to Walk Score in 2026, which is one of the strongest location signals in the entire countdown. So compared with Crown Hill, the rent benchmark is lower for a 2-bedroom, while the neighborhood sits right next to the city's downtown edge and the route toward Lake Washington. Number 2. Monroe. Now we move northeast of Seattle to Monroe, a city in Snohomish County near the Cascade foothills. Monroe is located where the Skykomish and Snoqualmie rivers meet to form the Snohomish River, giving it a very different geographic setting from the Seattle neighborhoods we've already covered. Here, $3,000 a month rents a 2-bedroom, with the median 2-bedroom rent at about $2,360 per month, per HUD Fair Market Rents for fiscal year 2026. Monroe also has a walk score of 86, according to Walk Score in 2026, and a typical home value around $736,153, according to Zillow in 2026, which helps explain why it ranks so strongly for what the same rent budget can cover. And number 1, Pacific. Pacific takes the top spot because $3,000 a month reaches a much larger rental benchmark here. A 4-bedroom, with the median 4-bedroom rent at about $1,902 per month, per HUD Fair Market Rents for fiscal year 2026. That is the biggest bedroom count jump in the countdown, and it's why this result stands out so sharply compared with the Seattle neighborhoods and East Side area town we started with. Pacific is a city in both King and Pierce counties, located primarily in King County, with a population of 7,235 at the 2020 census. Its walk score is 0, according to Walk Score in 2026. So this is a very different setting from First Hill or Crown Hill. But strictly on the question of what $3,000 rents, Pacific is the clear number 1. So to recap, number 5 was Yarrow Point, where $3,000 sits below the median studio benchmark. Number 4 was Crown Hill. Number 3 was First Hill. And number 2 was Monroe, each bringing that budget into two-bedroom territory at different rent points and in very different settings. And then Pacific came in at number 1, where that same monthly budget lines up with a 4-bedroom benchmark, the surprise we teased at the beginning. What did we miss? Which Seattle area neighborhood would you have ranked higher? Or which suburb should have made your personal top 5 for a $3,000 rent budget? If this breakdown helped you compare the region in a clearer way, tap the like button and subscribe for more Seattle neighborhood deep dives. And tell us what you want next. Another rent budget countdown? A closer look at one specific neighborhood? Or a totally different Greater Seattle housing topic?